Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the oldest stage for the INT Goku and how you can beat it to Dokkan Awaken him. Now you actually need these medals for INT Goku, you need them for Strength LR UI Goku. You need them for a couple Gokus, and I think this event can generally take new players by surprise because there is a specific phase in this event that is actually a one-hit kill, and I think that tends to kind of throw off a lot of new players. So in terms of items to circumvent this one-hit kill, I used support items when I was first starting to help get past this specific turn. I'm going to be changing my team as well to be only free-to-play Goku's family members. We're going to operate under a 77% lead. We're going to be using no other free-to-play LRs except for the Goku that you get from the Greatest Warrior missions. So hopefully this is a team that maybe you can't replicate, but you can at least use to a certain extent. Now, as I was kind of saying, this event can take players by surprise. The third phase, or the phase against the Spirit Bomb Goku, he will actually launch a attack that will genuinely kill you. Even with later units, like current units, it's actually still an attack that can do a tremendous amount of damage. So it definitely can take players by surprise, especially if they have an unawakened team or a slightly poorer team build. It's something that can cause you a lot of problems. So for me, at least, my solution to this was to use items. And there's a couple items that I tend to enjoy using during this phase. It does just tend to help out. As I mentioned, my team build is predominantly a Goku's family build. So it's a free-to-play build, tons of free-to-play units. All units you can get through Portal of the Memories. A lot of them aren't super impressive. They're not like overtly powerful LRs or anything. So hopefully you should be able to replicate something like this, or at least be able to put together a team that can have a similar level of performance. Now, this event, specifically this stage that I'm doing, is for the INT Goku. So pretty straightforward, I want to say. You shouldn't really have like a major issue in terms of awakening him. It's the Trans-Dimensional Instinct Goku Ultra Instinct Sign. And yeah, basically he's a pretty older unit, Realm of the Gods lead, that now has an Easy A. His Easy A is pretty good. I still think he's a pretty solid unit. For a lot of players, he's a great starting unit as well. Very simple attack and defense, transformation, raising attack, and just in general a nice leader skill as well. So I can understand why players will awaken him. Now this is the phase where you'll be facing Goku. It's super important to use the items at this point. So I like to use a Ghost Usher. If you don't have a Ghost Usher, you can use a Bubba. If you don't have a Bubba, you can use double King Yemma. King Yemma is a 50% damage reduction item. Using two of them will stack and will evade all the damage. You can use a combination of these depending on how long you take. Use maybe one of each. It just depends. Don't use them all at the same time. If you use a Ghost Usher, you don't have to use the other ones. If you use a King Yemma, or you have to use two King Yemmas, by the way. You have to make sure that you use two King Yemmas. If you use two King Yemmas, then you should be more than fine. They're not super uncommon support items either, so players should at least have enough to do a couple runs of this event, or at least enough to get Goku. That's basically it. After this, the event doesn't drop down in difficulty, but isn't distinctly difficult, I want to say. It's just more of the same. It's against INT units. So if you're someone who's got the free-to-play physical LR Goku, then you're going to have a pretty decent time here against, just against this whole kind of scenario. So for me, I personally think, that's the easiest way to handle that Spirit Bomb phase. After that, a lot of players shouldn't really struggle mechanically with this event. But yeah, that's it. So this was a special request. I got asked for some help, so I thought let me cover the event. and give that assistance, because in future some other players might struggle with it, and at the end of the day I make the content to help people, so it's really not a problem for me to recap some of these older Dokkan events and really just try and give players basically the tools they need to, and the information they need to awaken their units and to progress, because once they awaken this Goku, they're going to be able to push themselves in the game, and they're really going to be able to enjoy it. So yeah, overall some pretty cool stuff. It's a rather long Dokkan event. Actually, it's actually 5 phases, which is pretty interesting. We don't tend to get those anymore. Most Dokkan events are kind of your standard 4 phases. But yeah, I would say pretty easy from that point onwards. Obviously, I think if you are someone that's struggling, you can always lower down the difficulty. I'm doing Super 2, for example. You can always lower the difficulty. I know it does sometimes take longer to get the content done, but it's definitely worth it to like invest in doing the easier content just to awaken the first couple units. Like it may take you longer in the beginning, but at the end of the day you won't use stones to revive yourself, and you'll tend to have a much easier time, honestly speaking. But that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, it was just a special request, so it may seem a bit strange to be covering this, but to be honest with you, I don't really mind. I'm just glad that I'm able to help. So I hope this helps. I hope people who are trying to do this event now have a much easier time. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.